he says we're Israelites, but doesn't say it. Giving all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah Kodash. And this is a video. You'll understand why I gave it that title. I didn't want to give a name, but you can watch this video. This is a story or breaking news, and I caught this on one YouTube page, which led me to another YouTube page, which is Boyce Watkins. He's the man that says we are Israelites without saying it. And what I'll do is I'll leave this video in the description box. It says here, title of the video, Kobe Bryant was planning to go to war with Nike, then his chopper went down. And we all had this in our mind that, what if they set him up to die? Because there was the name Mamba, from what I heard, going back in the beginning of the year, which was January, that it was a name of a pharmaceutical company, and they were fighting over the name. But this is new information concerning Kobe Bryant plan to go head to head with the Nike brand of athletic shoe. It says, well, anyway, you can watch this video because I'm going to leave it in the description box. Kobe Bryant was planning to go to war with Nike, then his chopper went down. So this is going to be the big news today. So this is a whole nother chapter in the life or death of Kobe Bryant. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, the video is almost 25 minutes long. And pretty much Boyce Watkins, he says, I don't know, around about 10 minutes in, he pretty much says we're pretty much superheroes. And we got that, anybody that was able to go through the Middle Passage, go through hardcore slavery, go through Jim Crow, and come out being great. Because all your great athletes are Jake. There would be no NBA without Jake. There would be no boxing, wouldn't be boxing without Jake. Jake dominated. Judah, Issachar, Ephraim, Simeon is coming up in there. Manasseh. We dominate the game. Just to name two sports. Basketball or the NBA. Pro boxing. Entertainment, music, singing, acting. We show time and time again that we're great people. Anyway, I want to go into some precepts. I'm not going to make this long. But he's describing Jake in this video. And he's basically saying we're basically superheroes. So now let me go to the scriptures. First scripture, Genesis 45, verse 16. And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well and his servants, because who made Egypt great? It was Joseph, the interpreter of dreams. And that's a whole nother subject. Joshua 6 verse 27. So Yahweh was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. So when we came out of Egypt, all the surrounding countries knew about Israel, by word of mouth. And this is happening again, man. You have different Israelite camps out there strong, not just Great Millstone. We give props to them other camps that are pushing this truth in sincerity and in truth. In the book of Joshua 9, or actually Yahushai, because Joshua in the Hebrew is Yahushai, which means he deliverer. Yahushai 9 verse 9. And I'm going to try to remember to say that. If I say Judah, I'm going to try to remember to say Yahweh. Then I'll say which the scriptures, how you ignorantly say it is Judah. There's no J in the Hebrew. Anyway, it says Yahushai 9 verse 9, and they said unto him, from a very far country thy servants are come because of the name of Yahweh the Most High, for we have heard the fame of him, the name of the Most High, and all that he did in actually the word there is Mizraim, Martezayim. Egypt is a Greek word that came about later, that they labeled that landmass with the name Egypt, but it was actually Martezayim. First Kings 10 verse 1. And when the queen of Sheba, which is Makeda, heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of Yahweh, she came to prove him with hard questions. Jump down to the 7th verse. Howbeit I believe not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it, and behold, the half was not told me. The saying is, you ain't heard the half of it. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceedeth the fame which I heard. I heard about your fame, but when I actually was face to face with you, I realized I didn't hear the half of it. Now in I believe that's Matthew 12, around about the 40 some odd verse. I'm not going to go to it. Yahushai speaks about the queen of the south condemning this current kingdom. And then he spoke about Solomon. He said there's a greater than Solomon. And he was talking about himself because he was Solomon. And Christians don't understand that because the Most High is not dealing with Christians. Anyway, it says in 1 Chronicles 14 verse 7, and the fame of David went out into all lands, and Yahweh brought the fear of him upon all nations. He was a warrior king. He was a king that actually went to war. In the ancient world, kings went to war. Zephaniah 3 verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee. That's talking about now. And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And that her represents Israel, starting with the elect. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. So that's talking about now the Most High is getting ready to magnify us. And the elite knowing they're scared. They're shaking in their boots. Anyway, I'm going to give you a couple more precepts from the Apocrypha. This is 1 Maccabees 3, verse 24 to 27. And they pursued them from you can read from the first verse, going down of Beth Oran unto the plain. There was slain about 800 men of them, and the residue fled in the land of the Philistines. Then began the fear of Judas, or Judas Maccabeus and his brethren, and an exceeding great dread to fall upon the nations round about them. Because when it came to war, this guy was he was a great warrior, and he didn't have spiritual power. He was just him and his brothers were powerful men, and they were Levites. In so much as his fame came unto the king Antiochus Epiphanes, and all nations talked of the battles of Judah. Now when King Antiochus or Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his army, of his realm, even a very great army. Last precept. 1 Maccabees 3, verse 39 to 42. It says, and with them he sent 40,000 footmen and 7,000 horsemen to go into the land of Judah and to destroy it. So that was a mass army, as the king commanded. Antiochus or Antiochus commanded. So 40th verse. So they went forth with all their power and came and pitched by Emmaus in the plain country, which was a flat land. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. And power also of Syria and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them. And that's why we're scattered throughout the planet. We're scattered in Egypt, Assyria, Syria, the surrounding countries. So you have Israelite looking like all the nations. It says now, 42nd verse, now when Judas or Judas Maccabeus and his brethren saw that miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people of Israelites and utterly abolish them. So his what was in his mind was to destroy all Israel. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. So we got that fame. They heard about the fame when they wanted to destroy the remnant of Israel, and that machination is part of it too. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.